Hi, good morning everyone. Today's lifestyle tip that I want to talk about is something as simple as chewing your food the right way. Now I know a lot of you would have heard about this, but we still don't do it. And there's a lot of magic in chewing your food the right way, right from losing weight to making sure that nutrients from the food that you eat are completely absorbed into your system. Two, the number one cause of bloating, flatulence, indigestion, acidity could be the way that you chew your food. So I'm not here to give you a lifestyle tip and tell you just start chewing your food and eating longer. I'm here to tell you exactly why and what happens when you chew your food. There's a reason we were born with teeth, and there's a reason that we have saliva that keeps generating in our mouth all the time. And we're going to learn and understand how that can impact your health and immunity today. Number one, our teeth breaks down food into smaller particles, which when enters into our stomach, it then gets digested, goes into our intestines, and it's in your intestines where all the nutrition, all the nutrients from the food that you're eating gets absorbed into your body. Now, when undigested or larger particles of your food pass through your stomach and into your intestines, sometimes most of the nutrition is already destroyed. And a lot of these food particles get into your blood, creating a host of health problems. So number one, we need to understand that chew your food. When you chew your food mixes with saliva. Now, saliva contains two very important enzymes that I want you to know about. One is called lipase, which basically has a function of breaking down fat. Yes, the digestion of food starts in your mouth when saliva mixes with your food. So if you're eating too quickly, your food that you've eaten doesn't have time to mix with your saliva. It goes straight down your esophagus into your stomach, and it's not pre-digested. Your food was meant to be pre-digested as you eat it. So lipase is an enzyme that is found in your saliva. When it mixes with your food, it starts breaking down fat right in your mouth. And the other enzyme, amylase, breaks down carbohydrates in your mouth. So the digestion of fats and carbohydrates doesn't start in your stomach, it starts in your mouth. And there's a very, very important reason for that happening, because the moment the digestion of carbohydrates and fat starts in your mouth, your brain gets a signal that it is receiving carbohydrates and fat. Okay, and that limits the amount of cravings that you would have for more food. But when you eat too quickly and your brain doesn't get that signal, you continue to eat more and more and more, and you continue to feel hungry and have cravings because your brain is still waiting for that signal to get carbohydrates and fats. So the digestion starts in your mouth, the breakdown of fat, the breakdown of carbohydrate. If you take a piece of cracker and you chew it really well for a bit, you'll be left with a sweet taste in your mouth, even though the cracker doesn't have sugar. Because when you break down carbohydrates, it breaks down into molecular sugar, which basically sends that signal to your brain. So it's extremely important to understand your saliva has a role. And also when you chew, your bones holding your teeth together get a workout, and the saliva cleans out bad bacteria between your teeth, which is all very, very important for digestion. The next point, we all know people who eat extremely healthy, salads and fruits and all the healthy superfoods available, and they still have nutritional deficiencies. They still have problems. We know people who eat healthy and exercise, and they still struggle to lose weight. And most of that answer can be in your digestion and the way you eat. So you see, nutrients from the food that you eat need to be absorbed by your intestine and sent into your blood to your cells. Now, for that nutrition to reach your cells, the correct amount of digestion has to happen. So it starts in your mouth, you break down your food particles into smaller particles. So it passes through your stomach, gets digested, goes into your intestine in a size where nutrients can be extracted and sent to all your cells. So when you eat too fast and you put larger chunks of food down straight into your stomach, you lose most of the nutrition in the food you're eating, even if you're eating extremely healthy. And the side effect of that is a lot of undigested food particles get into your blood system. Your intestines have good and bad bacteria. Okay, and this bacteria takes out nutrients from the food that you eat and sends it to your cells. Now, when you put undigested or large particles of food in your intestine, you are actually feeding the bad bacteria, and that's why you have bloating, diarrhea, constipation, abdominal cramps, flatulence. It is because you're allowing undigested food to putrefy in your small intestine. But when pre-digested food from chewing reaches your stomach has to produce the right amount of acid to break down already pre-digested food. And your whole digestion system gets much, much better. But when we eat too fast and we have larger particles of food reach our stomach, now because it's not pre-digested with your saliva, your stomach has to produce more acid and more acid to break down that food, killing nutrients, and the byproduct is bloating, flatulence, indigestion, stomach cramps again. So there's a lot of magic in chewing your food, right from maintaining a healthy weight. I can promise you the best way to lose weight is start chewing your food. And you can try this experiment at lunch or dinner tonight. Every morsel of food, chew it really well, okay, until it's liquid, and then swallow it. And I can promise you, you will not finish the food on your plate. Because when you send signals to your brain that you're getting carbohydrates, you're getting fat, your body stops craving food. It stops, that whole feeling of hunger disappears. And a little amount of food will fill you up. So which means you have lesser calorie intake, which means you lose weight faster, because one of the main reasons most people struggle to lose weight or put on weight today is overconsumption of food. We think that superfoods and all these foods are great and we eat more and more of it, but it's a calorie at the end of the day. Whatever your body doesn't use or doesn't need for energy, it stores as fat. So try chewing your food today, eating really, really slowly and mindfully, and I can promise you, you will not finish the food on your plate. You will be fuller much, much quicker. And then add that one meal into 3 meals a day, 3 meals multiplied by 7 days in a week. That's 21 meals of fewer calories, and you automatically lose weight. That's how chewing helps you lose your weight. We spoke about digestion, we spoke about your teeth, we spoke about bacteria. Now you need to remember that saliva mixes with your food to lubricate it so that it can pass easily through your esophagus. Your esophagus, which is your pipe, also has a mucosal lining which gets destroyed when we eat large particles of food which are not pre-digested. So those large particles of food that are not pre-digested with your saliva in your mouth or broken down with your teeth actually scrape against the mucosal linings of your esophagus, creating more and more issues. If you have a weak esophagus and you have too much of acid, you have acid reflux, which is that burning sensation in your throat, which can lead to cancers of the esophagus, which can decrease the amount of taste that you have. So it's extremely important to understand this one lifestyle tip of chewing your food really has a lot of magic. Again, so many people in the world take gelucils, antacids, and a lot of medication to prevent acidity. You can control the amount of acid that your stomach produces by eating the right way. And only by chewing and sending the right amount of food to your stomach, you can have control over how much acid your stomach produces and be away from all these medicines which cause serious side effects. Yes, all your antacid medications have side effects in the human body as well. So until next time, I'd like each and every one of you to try. It's not easy because in our fast-paced life today, we tend to eat quickly, we have working lunches, we have appointments to make, and we just gulp down our food. It's useless. You're better off not eating. The last point that I want to make, 75% of the energy in the human body goes towards digestion. 75%. And that's because we eat so much. Our digestive system has to use so much of energy to break down food which should have been pre-digested in the mouth. 75% roughly of the energy used. That energy should be going to our cells to enable us to feel strong, lively, happy, energetic throughout the day. Okay, we should be able to do so much more, have better workouts, be so much more active with that energy. But if your digestive system is stealing almost 75% of that energy to break down food, that's not the way the human body was designed. So help your body distribute its energy equally to all those billion cells that I keep talking to you about, which is your immunity. If you send the right nutrients to your cells, you send the right energy, you have stronger cells, stronger immunity, more alkalinity in your body, which means weight loss becomes easier, aches and pains disappear, bloating, indigestion, and all the most common problems which we run after a pill to fix can be fixed by making this one lifestyle change. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep. Thank you everyone, and have a great day.